Previously on Evil Islands.
While I still lived in the village, the elders said that one of the orcs had a magic orb. And if I am not completely senile, I would say that this orb is just what you need to have a good look at your memory.
So where do I find this orb?
Go and find out for yourself. Ask Erfa.
Erfar, I would like to hear your story about the magic orb.
Well, we caught a goblin once, and it turned out he was the orc seer's servant. Goblins are stupid creatures, so it was a difficult task to get any sense out of him. I could only understand that the magic orb lies on the altar somewhere on the southernmost island. Alas, I gather that the quest for the portal is hopeless. Apparently it is somewhere on the Orc Islands, and humans cannot get there.
The main thing is to have a mechanism for the drawbridge to the islands.
Whatever you say.
On my way.
I do not care where we go, so long as we find someone to lose.
I agree. Whatever you
On my
say.
way.
Yes, yes.
I do
And how
not
do you
care
think I
where
will
we
on
go,
my way?
so long as we find someone to lose.
I understand.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let us go.
Yes.
Ha!
Okay, so remember that island we went to right before we encountered that ogre that came chasing us and we realized we went the wrong way? This is that island.
Yes, yes.
Now that we have the quest enabled that allows us to get the crystal ball, we actually have some enemies here that we can deal with. So though technically monsters do not respawn, they do come up as a result of some quests, where they were not there before.
Every little bit helps. On my way.
Ha!
Yes,
I do
yes.
not care where we go.
Okay, now this fight's a little bit tricky. We have a seer there, and we want to get rid of his ability to use any kind of magic, which means we need to attack his hands first. But there are also some baddies nearby that may come and patrol the area. So this is a timing game. Also, whenever we're in the middle of the fire, Naya has a fire protection spell she can use, but it doesn't last for very long. It's more efficient just to have her run out of the way. Once the seer's arms are down, then he really can't cast any more spells anytime quickly, so it becomes manageable. Anyway, there's one of the patrols I was talking about, and now they see us, so now we gotta fight them.
My magic is with me. I did not waste my time studying. I really can do it.
Take that, scoundrel. Yes?
And now I'm relying on both Naya and Zack as backup to keep Kador alive, as you can see. Sometimes doing this can be tricky, so it's nice to have a secondary healer on hand that could also tank like Zack can.
Yes? Not very nice, but necessary.
Okay, so killed the guards, now I just have to get the orb. which is back there. But let's collect the loot first, just because might as well, and then I'll have Zach come on over and take the orb. So, just making sure I didn't miss any loot. Okay, there's that dragonfly. Get an up-close look at it. And also get an up-close look to make sure I didn't miss any loot.
I agree.
Sometimes whenever a bad guy dies, their texture kind of falls into the world and it's hard to see, but you can still click on it. So I was just trying to double check. Anyway, let's go on back now. Alright, let's talk to Astera about the magic orb.
Right. Now, give me the orb. Easy, easy! You almost dropped it! It is a valuable and fragile thing, and you are so clumsy.
All right. Here is the orb, all in one piece. So what do we do with it now?
You do not do anything. Just watch and remember what you see. And now I will try to make it show us images from your past. The time for silence is no more. Now, O shining glass, show us what we do not know, and take us to the past.
Merciful heavens, that old man. Was it my past? What was that? What happened to the orb? Who was that man? Why did I see him? Tell me.
Come, no need to get so excited. I do not really know what it was all about. I could only guess. That old man in the orb was not you, lad. Do not worry about that. I would say he was the master of the orb, and may some goblin have me for dinner if he is not a greater magician than me. If anyone can help you, it is he. Try to find him.
So I will have to find out where the orcs got the orb. But how?
Well, I hear that every orc tribe has a seer who keeps their records. If you can get the records of the orcs who had the orb, then maybe I could figure out where it came from. Probably that chronicler lives where there are more orc than in any other area. And in the river delta, there can only be the central island. That is where you must go.
Back to the islands?
On my way.
Of course, this area is pretty well cleared out from the last time that I went through here.
I understand.
Ah!
I understand.
Okay, we can hear the seer down below. And we've got to find a way to kill him, and he has several orc friends that will gain up on us whenever we start attacking too close. And he stays too close to them. First of all, there's this archer who's just there, and I have no clue why. It's really easy to miss her. But go ahead and take her out, just because we can. She's not close to anybody. That was easy. Okay, so now to try to take out the seer. So there's a campfire right there to the left, and that glowing area is the seer, even though we can't make him out. That's our target, and our target is moving. And at the campfire, and right where he's at, there are some orc people that we don't want to engage with right away. However, we're not going to be able to help it much, so we just got to figure out the best way to deal with this situation.
Yes?
Okay. So, let's get a little bit closer. There we go. Let's try attacking this guy. Hopefully...
Perhaps there is another way?
No, let's not do that. We want to get as close as we can then without attracting attention. Looking back on this now, I think it may have been a wise idea to try to attract the attention of that lower guard there without the seer noticing. Maybe have Naya shoot him and have the other two stand still. And hopefully the seer wouldn't notice. But let's see if we can just take out the seer first and have Naya as healing backup. This is already proving to be a little bit difficult. Zach's dead. Okay, let's try this again.
Yes?
I do not.
Okay, so Zach will go for the seer, Cotter will try to draw fire from anybody else, and Cotter's walking. Did I not tell him to run? I guess not. Unfortunately, Zach's taking
I understand.
backstab damage. Like, it's not actually registering as backstab, but it's harder for him to dodge, because he can't actually see it. And Naya's here taking firewall damage. So she's not able to really heal Zach all too much, and now she can't because her mana's down. I'll have to keep moving her so she doesn't die, and now Zach's dead. Okay, let's try this again.
Yes? On my way.
Let's just attack whoever. And Naya can try attacking the seer with her ranged weapon.
I shall end your miserable life.
Okay, arm's down pretty well. And now the seer's just attacking melee. He's not... whatever. Okay, Naya needs to go back to healing soon. But hopefully we can get that orc seer arm down here soon too. You know what? I'll bet the seer's not using his firewall because of the enemies, well, his friends that are too close. But Zach's dead anyway, so we gotta kinda redo this. Okay, that arrow missed. And Cotter's almost dead. And Zach's almost dead. Zach is dead. Okay, let's try this again.
Right.
Yes.
I did not waste my time studying.
You know what, for this fight, a fireworks spell may have actually been better. So fireworks is a spell that attracts the attention of somebody nearby, but does not cause that individual to raise a nearby alarm, signaling their friends to run. So I could have used a fireworks spell to get that initial goblin back, but I don't think I have access to it quite yet. Maybe I do. Maybe Astera has a fireworks spell. Anyway, it looks like so long as I stay in melee combat with the other dudes, the seer will not use his firewall spell for fear of damaging his allies. So that's something.
I did not waste my time studying.
But still not enough. This is probably going to take a bit.
I can do that.
Yes?
I really can do it.
Carter needs help. Naya does not have enough mana. Now she does. But just barely.
Yes? Perhaps there is another way?
Of course, the seer is now wailing on Zach, so Cotter is not going to be taking any more damage. But Zach has need to focus on him now.
I can do that. It is easy.
It looks like I might actually... Yep, I won this fight. Well, that took quite a few goes. But now I have to take the record from his corpse.
Yes?
Glittering dragon flew off, and we now have the records, so hopefully the witch can determine where the orb came from. Let's go back. Oh, Harry's joining in.
Oh dear, I wonder where those green monsters learned to read and write. Not only is their language awful, they cannot even spell it. But we are lucky. It is an old record, and in those times orcs used the human alphabet before they invented their own.
So you can read the bit about the orb?
Yes, I can, but desist with your nagging, right, lad? This orb was brought from Dead City, believe it or not, and no living human can get into Dead City.
Wait. I heard something in the village about people going more than once to Dead City.
Something is right. The villagers call the whole area Dead City, and I am talking about the actual town. Of course, one can go to the area, but as soon as you get close to the city wall, not to mention walking through the gates, you will be gone forever. That is how it is, Bird Brain.
And I know how to get there. I mean, I do not actually know, but I could easily find out.
What are you talking about? You are a child.
Oh, am I? I will show you what I can do. You will not see me again before I find out how to get into that city.
Airy, stop! Where are you going, you foolish girl? An unruly little devil, is she not? Just like I used to be.
Okay. Well, it's a city that we have to get to that we can't get into without dying.
The villagers say the Dead City was built by ghouls, but these are just fairy tales. I would even say old women's tales, if I were not one myself. Actually, the city was built by people, but a long, long time ago. I will tell you about it.
Oh, I see. So that is who left all those ruins, bridges, and statues behind.
Do you want to tell the story? Listen, and do not interrupt me. The ruins one can see all over Gepath are the legacy of another very ancient people, and no one knows anything about them. That is not who I mean at all. Yes, so after these ancient people disappeared, Gepath was a remote and desolate land for a long time. But then people came here again. The world was united then, and one could get anywhere easily without any problems. In a word, a certain king decided he liked the look of Gepath, so he sent his soldiers and builders here. Very soon, the fortress appeared in the mountains, and everything seemed to be just fine. But then the night of troubles came, when the world split into separate lands, and not only was the fortress cut off from the kingdom, but very bad business went on there. Skeletons were coming out of their graves at night to attack live people, and those attacked turned into skeletons right in front of the others. So the clever ones ran as far away as they could, while the others simply disappeared. The people who live in the village today are the descendants of those fugitives, and the fortress is now called Dead City.
Okay, that's interesting, actually. Wrong button.
Even if Astera's granddaughter did come to the village, no one saw her. But I do not think she would come here. Her grandmother is really not popular.
Okay.
Listen, Airfar. I do not understand you. First you say that we have important business, and then you forget all about it. I got that hide with letters Gogo told us about.
Oh, Chosen, did you really manage to get to the islands and come back alive? That is a truly great deed. And now wait, I shall try to read what it says. By the way, did you see anything unusual on the islands? Mayhap a strange piece of rock, similar in color to Gogo's eye.
Is that what the portal is supposed to look like? No matter, because I never saw anything like that. Tell me what the hide says.
Unfortunately, nothing of value to us. Apparently, I was wrong. What a disappointment. Of course, we shall continue our quest for the portal. But now, O Chosen, I must ask for your help in another matter. I cannot find our gold. All the money our poor people paid as taxes. And Babor's apprentice disappeared from the village that same night. Apparently, the craftsman weaves his intrigues yet again. He wants to be the master of the whole village.
So what can I do? Rush after the thief?
I am afraid even you will not find him. However, there is another way around the problem. There is a place in Kapath where a very rich caravan met with death a long time ago, during a time when another race inhabited these lands. People in the village know about it, but only I know exactly where that gold can be found. I never revealed that secret to anyone, lest that lowly barber grab it all. The way there is a bit dangerous, but to you it would be just a walk. The place is called Golden Valley, in that part of Kapath which borders the Dead City. To the northwest is a river loop. The valley lies on the eastern bank, about the middle of the river. If you could bring us the contents of at least one coffer, the village would be saved. But I beg of you, do not tell this secret to anyone.
Which, of course, means we're going to get Babor's impression on it.
I cannot believe that my wee apprentice could steal from the elder. It is simply not possible.
But the gold is missing, is it not? And so is your worker.
And what about those brigands, eh? If they steal from me, they would steal from the elder. It is all the same to them. And I am sure they kidnapped my apprentice, too. And if the elder wants to put the blame on me again, let him either prove it or take those words back. Until then, I do not want to know about his problems. I never gave credit to anyone in my life, and I am not about to start now.
Even for weapons for the captain and his people? What if the goblins strike again?
Did the captain and the elder help me when my coffers were turned inside out? Now I shall pay them back in kind.
Okay.
Golden Valley is a famous place. I wanted to visit it myself a while ago.
Did you? The elder told me that no one but he himself knew the way.
He lied, as always. Many people went there.
So what do these people say?
Who?
Listen, do not try my patience. You just said that many villagers went there.
Yes, I did say that, and I do not deny it. But I do not remember saying that any of them returned here. No, wait, that is not strictly true. One of them did return, but he was completely brainless. He babbled something about skeletons. Supposedly they were guarding the gold and detected people not by their eyes, but by some special sense. So, upon reflection, I decided I did not want to go there after all. Better leave the gold to the orcs than lose my own head.
Something must be wrong here. If Babur himself was afraid to go after that gold, some really nasty surprises must be in that ravine. Maybe I should tell the elder to forget about it.
So this quest is cool. You actually have the option of denying it. You'll fail the quest, but I'm going to do it anyway. But that'll have to be for next episode. Anyway, to close out this episode, once again, we're going to kick the pig.
Get out of here!
That was interesting. Oh, my trotters, when shall I die at last?